Hello, everybody. Damn it, I fucked it up. Whatever. It was Anime Nerds podcast. I apologize for the delay in episode 22. I think. Yeah. Um, it was a combination of laziness and my computer unwilling to work for me. So that's why these are going up back to back. So this one's on Monday. So I'm sorry. Sorry for being bad at everything. But we're not here to talk about my crippling depression that will one day lead to my death. Instead, we're here to talk about anime. I'm getting too real right now.
I was gonna say, you're making me wonder if I'm taking enough pills or not, because I have depression too.
Oh dear.
But we're here to talk about anime because, I don't know, it's cool. I don't really have another reason. I just like doing it. But as always, I forgot to mention this last time because it's been a while since we've done this. We have 3 questions, we have discussion, and we have today's anime battle, which is our first group battle, I think. I don't think we've done a group battle. I do have a double battle planned at some point, but that's probably gonna be like maybe next time. That should be a good one. But it is the Tomb of Nazarick versus the 7 Deadly Sins. Specifically, I would say the Floor Guardians and then Ainz, because anyone else would get destroyed by the Sins in seconds.
Yeah.
Because most of them aren't really catered to fighting. Like go skeletons, die immediately, or die again, I guess. But we'll discuss that. Yeah, but that should be an interesting. It's one I had like planned for a bit, and I was like, "Ooh, this sounds like a pretty cool idea." Because I think I thought of it while watching season 2. I was like, "Ooh." Anyway, we're going on to our first question, which is, it's about the Konosuba dub, because after 3 fucking years, they're finally making a dub for it. Yeah, it's getting dubbed. Crunchyroll is the one who will be like, I think, well, they have the license for it, so they're the one who will be streaming the dub for it. But they are using voice actors from Funimation. Not all of them are from Funimation, but like a good bunch of them are.
Isn't Kazuma voiced by like someone not from Funimation?
Yeah, I was about to say like, cause I what was it? I think Megumin is voiced by I can't remember her name. I know she works for Funimation now. So like, you know, there's a bunch of voice actors.
I was gonna say I can't remember who it was. It was either Erica Menendez.
It might have. I don't think it was Erica actually.
Or it was Christina V, but I don't think that was her either.
I don't think either of them. Wait. Yeah, it was Erica. I remember because she has the Agretzko profile picture on Twitter, and I saw that on her Twitter. I think that's where it was announced.
I saw it too.
Because she was made to be quiet about it. But we're here to say, is anyone excited for it? Because fuck, I'm excited for it.
I am excited for it because I finally get to see it.
Right? I mean, like, I've been wanting to watch it, but I don't have Crunchyroll. So, I don't know. With them doing more dubs, this gives me a reason to watch Crunchyroll as well as other anime that's not on Funimation.
I'm excited for it, yeah.
I'm just worried that I don't want them to get the comedic timing for it right, because, like, every time I see Konosuba, it's such a fucking funny comedy, and the timing and voice acting is essential for it. So, but they have some talented people.
I was gonna say that was one thing that surprised me. The role for Darkness. Do you know who else she voices?
Shantae.
Yep. I'm like, wait a minute. They're getting the voice of.
Yeah, the voice actress of Shantae is the one who is voicing Darkness.
Really?
Yep.
I was not expecting her of all people. Like, that's just quite a shock. But
to be fair, there's been I wouldn't say it's a miscast. It's just strange. It can work though.
Yeah.
For me, it's more of comparing the character roles, because Shantae and Darkness.
They both have pigtails or ponytails.
I was gonna say, that's the only thing they really have in common.
They have an anime style. Those are the only 2 things. That's it.
Yeah.
Everything else. Oh, I mean, I guess Darkness is a hero. I guess you could say that. But it's a very general term.
Yeah, but she also yes too. So
I was gonna say the problem with that is she heroic for the right reasons?
No.
Exactly.
I'm gonna look up the cast. I'm pretty sure it is Erica Mendez doing Megumin, which I think is a good fit.
Pain, basically.
Because I remember, I believe Erica Mendez, I can't remember, she voiced Retsuko in Agretsuko, and that was a really great job. Let me see. Konosuba. Dubcast. There it is. Yeah, but it will be streaming on Crunchyroll, and I think what day is it gonna be at? I don't see. Fuck. No. The English dub of the series will most certainly bring blah 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 blah. Yes. I know. Blah blah. Alex Von David is the ADR director. It includes Arnie Pantoja as Kazuma, Faye Mata as Erica as Aqua, Erica Mendez as Megumin, and Christina V as Darkness. So we got 2 names. But I think this is a good talented cast. I think this could do well. I don't know what other work Alex Von David as ADR director has done. I don't know too many ADR directors, unfortunately. But it's just kind of crazy. Like, the anime came out in 2015, 2016, something like that.
I think so, yeah.
That was around the same time that One Punch Man came out, and that dub has been out for 2 years. Because most dubs usually come out at most a year later. Usually, because like licensing and stuff is hard to get a hold of. But usually you can tell which series are going to get dubbed. Usually a majority of the ones that have like a big following and such. But like Konosuba was one of the most popular ones that just never got one. And it was kind of crazy for a while.
To be fair, it still has that following. People
I know. It's just that like it's like usually an anime with the following that Konosuba has, you see like English adaptations or any other language adaptations much faster. So it's just kind of strange. But I'm excited. I just hope it's good. To be fair, there's not really many bad dubs these days unless it's a bad anime.
Of the dub, and it just that part was funny.
I hope they have like a preview coming out because I want to hear them as the voices.
Yeah,
I know on Twitter they had a voice sample or clip of like one of the episodes of them. I don't think it was enough though to give me a good impression.
I don't think I saw that. I know I saw it on Twitter and I was like, oh my god! It was like, holy shit!
Well, I follow Crunchyroll on Twitter, so that's how I saw it.
Oh, I follow Erica Mendez, so that's how I saw it. I don't think I might follow Crunchyroll on Twitter. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure.
Retweeted.
But I don't know. Do they have the license to? Are they doing season 2 as well in the same season, or is it going to be a different year? Does anyone know?
I don't think that was clarified.
Because I'd rather not have to wait like a long ass time for season 2 to get dubbed too. Because that would suck. Because we've already waited forever to get season 1 dubbed. And it's like, oh yeah, season 2 dubbed. It'll come out in 2024. Like, great, thanks. I guess I'll just go kill myself now. Come back in another life, and maybe I'll be reincarnated by the time it comes out.
Oh damn! I will pull you back from the afterlife.
All right, Edward Elric.
Don't what?
Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist.
No.
You've never seen Full Metal? Either of them? Brotherhood or the original?
No, I've never seen it.
Okay, well the thing is, his brother's soul gets ripped out, and he has to Edward basically takes his soul and essentially rips it out of the afterlife and just binds it to a suit of armor.
Like a dog go.
Yes. That was a chimera. And it's a fucked up scene. And then it got memed to shit.
I don't think we should spoil all of it for those who haven't seen it.
To be fair, that scene has been spoiled to death by the internet. So, but I'm not going to say anything else. I would love to though, because I've been watching it again with a friend, and fuck, it still holds up so well. Brotherhood specifically, because I love Studio Bones, and they do such a good job. The first like first part is a little rushed because like they already did a lot of that stuff, but everything after that is fucking on point. It's so good.
I must admit, I do like TheMKninja whenever he does a role like Edward.
Yes. I will say though, I've seen clips of him as Rohan from JoJo. It sounds a little creepy.
I'll be honest, the only role I haven't really kept up with his, or the most recent one, would be his let me start over. His role in Ruby, but that's just because Ruby's kind of had a falling out with me.
I forgot, who does he play in Ruby again?
Crow, the drunk guy.
Oh shit.
Oh,
He was
wow.
one of my favorite characters.
He is for me too. It's the plot that's bothering me at the moment, but
I've heard that a lot too. I actually have not seen anything of the new season. None of it. Mostly because it's not on YouTube and I don't have an account for Rooster Teeth.
Videos like for that COE. He's
I might have to do a question sometime about Ruby.
monetized because like YouTube doesn't like the anime.
YouTube is just being a bitch. So they had to fuck it up and a lot of people can't see it, which is upsetting.
I'm having a lot of gripes with YouTube myself recently, mainly due to the whole incident with Monkey Jones.
No.
Basically, they removed the YouTuber just for making dark comedy jokes and such.
Really?
Yep.
Like what? Okay, I have to clarify though. What kind of dark comedy is it? Like because there's like a lot of different types of dark comedy that can like be understandable about being removed. Like what was his fucking name? It was that one comedian who joked about Hurricane Katrina like the same year it happens, and he got pulled from a lot of shows because it was just a cheap shot and it's not fucking funny. But then there's some dark humor that's legitimately clever.
I can't say for sure. I had not watched any of his videos, and I only learned about him when he was pulled from YouTube, and I'm like, how does this happen?
I mean, like I said, there's some scenarios where it's understandable because either it's cheap shot or it's like I've always said, like comedy is offensive. Comedy can be offensive, but like when you're specifically aiming for that instead of like pointing out something and playing around with ideas, it's more belittling than funny.
Well, I prefer to go the route of comedy is just a form of tragedy. It just
Oh
depends
yeah,
on how
I know.
you tell it.
It's
Which is why I like
it's just there's certain ways to do that kind of humor, and some ways feel like it's just there to make fun of someone.
Well,
And
that's
it's not
exactly
really,
why.
Sorry.
Well, that's exactly why I like Konosuba, because it makes fun of a genre that's almost being overused.
Well, I mean that's different. Like I guess making fun of tropes, it's not exactly like trying to offend anyone. Well, I mean that's the wrong word. It's not really putting anyone down. It's more just like that's what I like about comedy when it takes like an idea and twists it around, and like shows it in a new light. You can see that even if that light goes to a dark place. Like I like Cards Against Humanity, but since it's so widespread, it doesn't feel like it's specifically aiming at a target demographic. And there's like, oh no, everyone sucks. So I like that look at it. As some people say, I hate everyone equally. I hate that phrasing, but it makes sense. I hate that phrasing. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard about that, but YouTube's a bitch. But we're excited about Konosuba. And speaking of Isekai, we're gonna go on to our second question, which is, are we tired of Isekai yet? I mean,
well,
being the fact, and
it's a moneymaker, so.
Well, the plot is basically some guy
Dying and going to another world.
Pregnant. It's like, why would you get them pregnant?
What? But I want another isekai, but I wanted to like twist on things. Like that's why I liked that time I got reincarnated as a slime because it's so silly and what it does. It's
Like
like he gets
Kodo.
reincarnated as a low-level slime, but he's like super powerful, but he's also not like trying to kill everything. He's like just like I don't know, I like tits and stuff, so I like that. I like that idea of
Yeah.
it. It was
Yeah.
really
Well,
good.
I was gonna say,
Like
I kind of like it when.
there was like other ones there. So it's just like, why? Why do you exist?
Because it makes money.
Well, I was gonna say I kind of like if the genre is done in a unique sense, then I guess you can say it's fine. But I'm tired of standard ones that just use it as a hand wipe. I guess you could say that's why I'm interested in Rise of the Shield Hero or whatever it's
Oh,
called.
right, yeah, because that's like he gets forcibly pulled. And he doesn't want to be that. It's like it has like a kind of villainous idea to it, I think, from what I've heard.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, and from what I understand, he gets screwed over by a princess just in the first episode.
Oof.
Really?
Wait, is that the princess with the ears, or is that someone else?
I don't think it was that.
Because I think there's a girl who has like animal ears and such, and she says that she'll
no,
be
it's
with
not
him.
her.
Okay.
Oh, it's not her. I just know I've seen advertisements for it and such, and I'm like, maybe I'll watch this on my next day off because from the sound of it, it's about him being a little bit jaded just by getting thrown into another world that he didn't even want to go to in the first place.
Yeah. I've seen that. I've wanted to check it out too. I mean, I'm probably gonna get Crunchyroll at some point, and it's streaming on there. I think they're also doing the dub for Rise of Shield Hero 2. So I'll probably check it out there. But there's just so many fucking like, especially with like Sword Art Online coming out all the goddamn time. I think has anyone seen anything of season 3?
No.
I've heard it sucks. I've heard it's better than season 2, but that's not saying much.
I have not seen that series. He's like in a long time because I've only ever seen like season 1 and 2.
Although I think Isekai is like it's starting to slow down, but it's certainly still like a big moneymaker. But one thing I've also noticed is there's a shit ton of light novel adaptations. Like there's so many anime that are light novel adaptations.
Cool.
I've noticed that too. In fact, I think I've said it before, but I got the light novels to Your Name.
Really?
Yep.
I think I've seen that. I'm not too sure.
I have not seen the movie or read it, unfortunately.
Okay, so that one. Okay, I thought for some reason that they got an anime or something.
It did get an anime. It got a movie that got I think it got nominated for an Oscar, didn't it?
No, it got snubbed from the Oscars.
No, but it got nominated. Or wait, no, did it not? No, not at all.
It didn't even get nominated.
That's bullshit.
Nope.
What about the Golden Globes?
Okay, then I haven't seen it then.
I don't think it was that either.
I swear there was an anime movie recently that got nominated for an Oscar. Wasn't there? I swear there was.
Oh, what's the one you're probably thinking of? Like
I'm pretty sure Spirited Away got an Oscar back in the day.
It did. It won it actually.
Yeah. Because it has it on the title. It says Oscar winning movie or something like that, or winner of the Oscar for best animated picture. The Oscars gives a lot of stuff though. They did that to Lego Movie too, and that pissed me off. And they did it. I think they did it to Kubo and the Two Strings, I think too, and that one also pissed me off because that was a fucking awesome movie.
I'm just gonna say this for Gaming Centaur because I know he'll say it. They did it for a silent voice.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
What now?
Silent Voice. It's another anime movie.
Okay, then I never heard of that.
Well, I don't know much about it. I just know people really like it.
That's what I was about to say. From what I understand, it's about a guy and a deaf girl, and I hear it's really good, and that it being snubbed was really insulting.
A guy and a deaf girl. Like, I'm not trying to be belittling, but that sounds like an Oscar bait movie, doesn't it?
It would, but I don't know. From what I understand, it talks about the dynamic roles between the two.
It reminds me a bit of Gifted, that movie with Chris Evans, and I can't remember the girl's name. She was like, incredibly intelligent child. It was a really good movie, but it kind of has that same vibe of like trying to get an Oscar. I don't know.
Well, I was gonna say, I don't want to talk about it too much because I haven't seen it either, and I want to see it.
Okay. But I don't know. It's just we're tired of Isekai, so we're talking about the Oscars. I don't know. Like, it's just
like I was saying, I just want unique roles done.
I've been liking.
We don't get that enough.
Right? And if done right, then yes. But yeah, because that mostly what it depends on is like Isekai.
I'm even getting burned out of fucking Overlord. That was like people loved it. I mean, I still enjoy it. But I feel like with 2 seasons coming out in a year last year, it just kind of burned me out of it. And especially with the downgrade in the animation. Like, holy shit.
It's I want to catch up on the comic.
It's not a comic, it's a light novel.
A light novel? Really?
Yes. Overlord's based off a light novel.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So is Goblin Slayer.
Oh.
Yeah, which made into a manga. Although Overlord has not been made into a manga.
I don't want to look these things up.
Yeah. But there's like, I mean, aside from Slime, there's also Rise of the Shield Hero. I don't know if Sword Art Online Season 3 finished up, but that's like fucking 3 in one season. That's crazy.
How long has Sword Art Online been going for?
I have no idea.
2012?
I just know it's been going on for a long time, and I'm still not interested in it.
Yeah, anyone who isn't interested in it won't be interested in it at this point, unless you watch the spin-off. The spin-off was good.
Like it.
Someone else had to write the story for it to be good. That's not a good sign.
Yeah. It does have a lot of flaws to it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just... I like the idea of Isekai. It's been done to fucking death. And it's tiresome. But you know what hasn't been done? Oh, sorry. Go.
No, you first.
No, I was going to go to the next question, but you had a point.
Oh, I was going to say, hey, what it needs is variety on how the subject is done.
We need a female hero this time. That's variety, right? That's what EA would do. No, EA isn't smart enough for that.
I was going to say, well, actually it would fit for EA, but I think a movie studio would do that too.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it'd be interesting as well as soon as other stuff, because there's not enough anime with a badass chick as the main character. Like, obviously there's always like the one that she's like the side character, where she's like arguably more interesting, like in Fullmetal Alchemist it's Riza Hawkeye, and Fairy Tail it's Urza Scarlet, and Shonen has like a million of them.
Well, I was gonna say there's one Kill la Kill.
Oh right, yeah. And then Birdie the Mighty Decode is a good one. But Loki, fuck off. Anyway, but you know what isn't done to death? Mecha, because it's been dead. It's been pretty fucking dead. But do you guys think that Mecha will be able to make a comeback with SSSS Gridman's success?
I don't know my S's.
I don't know. I'm just gonna call it Gridman. Because I think it's been getting a lot of positive buzz from critics and audiences.
I certainly think it's possible. I'm kind of mixed on the whole mecha thing. Some I will enjoy, some I'm just like, yeah, I want to watch this instead.
I mean, like, it's just kind of sad, because, like, anime kind of started with mecha, and now it's like, you see one every other year that gets any attention, and usually it ends up being Darling in the Franxx. With a giant titty robot waifu.
Within space for no reason.
Space.
Luke, my dog is staring at me.
Why would you face. Seriously, make no sense. Why?
Because trigger.
Can't use that.
Because trigger.
That's
Oh,
not reason.
that makes sense. No, it does not fucking make sense. How did we get here? How?
I was just
love
gonna
that
say
video.
Evangelion.
Pretty much
Oh.
every single anime made by the people who run Trigger that is a mecha has gone to space. Pretty much every single one.
I still like Zero too.
I mean,
I mean, she don't want
up to episode 15. After that, she kind of has no personality.
like Ichigo.
No one likes Ichigo.
I do.
You're in a minority.
I was gonna say you're the owl.
Because, like, everyone hated episode 15. Was it 15 or 14? Like, when she kissed, when she kissed him. When she kissed Hiro. Because everyone was like, oh my god, no! And then they were sending death threats, which is ridiculous. But it was, I want to go death threat, but it was a pretty shitty, stupid move. It was really bad.
Yeah, I remember that, and I'm like, oh my god, do people not have anything better to do?
Nope. It's the internet, after all.
Yeah.
But Gridman has been getting a lot more positive buzz, although people are obsessed with Rika's thighs.
I mean, well, they're not the only ones, because yeah,
Well then, guess we found the next constant joke to use for you, didn't we?
Don't you even dare.
Yup. Don't, hey, stop it, or I'll get a Rika thigh pillow. And I'll cover your face in it.
You'll smother him with it.
Yeah, and he'll like it. Oh no! He's left us. Okay, he's back. Rika's thighs.
That would have been short.
Okay, I'm done. But I have seen a bit of Gridman, and it's pretty good. It is. I wouldn't say it's like amazing. It doesn't reach like what 2007's Gurren Lagann and 2008's Code Geass were, but it's still really great. It's still very enjoyable and captures the heart of mecha without being stupid in the wrong ways. Because mecha has always been kind of stupid, even the smart ones.
Giant robots.
Yes.
How can you be stupid? I mean, let me start over. How can you be stupid and smart at the same time with those?
Hold on.
Oh.
What year did Pacific Rim came out?
I think it was 2013.
It's sad when America actually does an anime idea better than Japan did for several years.
Actually,
But
it was
to be fair, we had a way to fuck it up with the sequel, so I guess it's not saying much.
Actually, it was a Mexican director that
I know,
figured
but
out.
it was an American movie.
I was just saying.
He is an American citizen, though, I think, isn't he?
Yes, I'm just saying, though.
Okay.
I mean,
Guillermo
I've
del
seen
Toro
so many-
is fantastic, though.
yeah, I've seen so many flips and flops, though, with the mecha genre that I'm like, how does this genre keep going back and forth and great to stupid?
Because Trigger?
Hey.
I can't use
Oh,
that. I can't use that excuse anymore. I'm just gonna say it anyway. Because Trigger.
You can't keep using that.
Because
Seriously. No, stop! Not with that!
Trigger.
That's it!
Trigger.
Well, at least J.J. Abrams hasn't done anything with that.
Isn't
Because I'm
J.J.
pretty
Abrams
sure-
directing the Your Names movie?
Oh, God, don't remind me.
I've heard early buzz about Alita Battle Angel. I've heard it's pretty good.
Well, what I was about to say when it came to J.J. Abrams is that I knew if he were to do something with mecha, he would pull another Cloverfield.
I guess Cloverfield wasn't bad though.
It's not. Well, it's just.
Eh.
I don't know how to describe it. You could tell it'd be Abrams' work.
Yeah. Luke, leave me alone. My dog won't leave me alone. Go away. The power of my cordial compels you. I'm literally just waving it around. Speaking of mecha, let me just wave around my Gurren Lagann cordial and see if my dog runs away. Here, boy, fuck off! Oh, boy, bitch, get the fuck out! Oh. I love
you. What's the Mickey voice?
you. I don't know. I love doing that voice though, but I don't know. I feel like I'm hoping mecha comes back because of this, but we have to wait and see.
Maybe. Who knows?
Because it doesn't seem like anyone has any plans for any mecha anime lately, and I don't know. Maybe the success meant people go, "Hey, we can make a good mecha," and then they'll fuck it up. A1 Pictures. EA makes an anime. It's mecha. That'd be terrifying.
No,
It still
no.
somehow has DLC. It still
Can't we
somehow
just
has
let-
DLC.
Can't we just leave EA alone and let their stocks continue to fall?
At this point, I'm surprised they're still in business.
Yeah.
So am I.
Hey,
if I'm
miracles
honest.
happen in a world of sadness.
Yeah,
But
because-
we'll say in our anime fan fiction, wink wink, hint hint, that EA dies. But yeah, that's our discussion. We're gonna talk about anime fan fiction.
And there was
because-
much rejoicing.
Yes.
Yay!
Have you guys ever read an anime fan fiction or written one or anything?
Okay, I'll be honest. I
have
haven't
never
read.
read one. So
I used to write one. I stopped though.
Yeah, I was trying at it for a little while, but now I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? So I just stopped, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna be a browser at this point. And sometimes I find some interesting stuff. Sometimes I find shit.
I don't know if this counts, but there is a Gurren Lagann side spin-off comic. It's unofficial. It's called Double K. Have any of you heard of it?
No.
no,
Basically, it has like all the staples of Gurren Lagann, like over top. It has the same characters, but it exists in another universe, kind of like the Parallel Quest. Was it Parallel Quest or Parallel Works? Sorry, not Parallel Quest. Parallel Works. But it exists in a 1980s buddy cop, and it is beautiful. It's really good. It's unfinished. It's a drop project, so it only has like 160 pages. But it is 160 pages or 160 something like that of pure awesomeness. The characters are a little different. Like Simone is a bit more timid, and Kamina is a bit more of an ass. But it's really funny, and the art's really good, and I would love for it to continue. So check it out if you can. It really only exists on Imager now because the original artist took it down, which is sad. But people were like, "We're compiling this because we know it's eventually going to go take it down because it's a drop project." So it still exists.
It was on Tumblr?
No, it was on DeviantArt.
No. Okay, just making sure, because if it was on Tumblr, that makes a lot more sense.
Well, actually, no, it wasn't. It wouldn't even have. Well, I say that, but Tumblr is really stupid about their automatic lewd detector. But it didn't really have any of that. In fact, the first panel, the boobs were fake because Simone was dressed as a girl trying to be a hooker. Because they were trying to catch hookers, Kamina jumps out of a trash can, like, "You're all arrested!" And it's really fucking great. And it has the village chief, and he's like trying to pick up a hooker, and he's like, "Oh, Simone," and then he realizes it's a man, and he's like, "Oh." And it's really fucking funny.
Okay.
It's really good. I recommend reading it. If anyone out there, go read Double K. It's fantastic. It's an example of good fan fiction. But I did write Gurren Lagann fan fiction at one point. I stopped because I didn't really have a good plan.
And
Um,
I never did any because, at that time, no, it existed. So
I mean, fan fiction has been around since the internet.
I think it's existed before the internet with like written books and
Oh,
such.
probably, yeah. But I mean, like, widespread fan fiction. Like,
Fair point.
especially anime fan fiction. Because I feel like, people have their stories and stuff like that wrote it down, but I feel like with the internet and easier tools, it's like people are much more able to do so because people are, lazy and shit. And they can spread it out on, like, on sites like DeviantArt or Tumblr or whatever. And people
I
can see it
might
and read it.
write a fan fiction.
I've never read any cringy fan fiction, but
Probably Quincy.
there's definitely plenty of that out there. I already know that without even having to read
I
any.
am so Quincy. Do any podcast I am.
Have any of you read any cringy fan fiction?
I may have, but if I did, I wanted to forget it, so I don't remember.
Oof. I don't think I've read any.
I haven't seen any.
There is some good stories though that should be made into like anime spin-offs. Because I'd love to see like Double K being made into an animated spin-off. It'd be fucking awesome. And then there's just other ones that like, hey, look, stop. Technically, what was it? That Sword Art Online spin-off could even be a fan fiction, considered fan fiction in a way. Luke, stop. Enough. Doggy, go away. Doggy, get out of my room. Go. Get up. Come on. Go, go, go.
The dog is taking up more attention than fan fiction.
Doggy has been neutralized. The bomb has been planted. I don't know.
Anyways.
I'm just trying to think, like, because, I don't know. It's just, fan fiction's cool, except when it's not.
Well, that's pretty much the best way to describe it.
I think it's pretty cool, except when it's not.
Well, I was going to say, because sometimes one thing that interests me when it comes to fan fiction is potentiality when it comes to, like, crossovers and such. Like, I don't know why, but recently I've been looking into the idea of if anyone has ever written a Fire Emblem crossover with Fate Stay Night, because I'm like, you'd think all these sword users would be interesting to see fight each other.
Are they on the same power scale, though?
That I don't even know, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Because the Fate series is pretty fucking tough. I don't know how strong Fire Emblem would be in consideration. Well, I feel like they're mostly above average warriors.
Because I've never I don't know. Played any of the games except for Fire Emblem.
If I go off of their abilities in Smash, it's just I feel like Fate would probably be too powerful.
I don't know. It was the idea of it that sounded interesting.
I get that.
More than anything. I recognize that there would be a power gap, although I'm not sure how big. It's just...
Wouldn't be huge. It'd be noticeable.
More than anything, it's going back to my main point. It's the idea of potentiality when it comes to crossover ideas like that, or there was one other concept. Crap, I can't remember what it was, but
you'll remember it hours later after this podcast. I know it.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. I know. I think it had something to do with the Zombieland saga.
I have not seen that yet.
You haven't?
I want to, but I haven't. Is it good? I've heard it's good.
Yes.
I've heard the one complaint is some of the CG looks pretty meh.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say that yet because I've only gotten to like episode 3. but I do know that it's good,
All right.
and that I like it, and that there are 2 girls that I like in it.
Because they cute. I was talking to one of my friends about it because I was saying like we could watch anime, and I mentioned to him about like Zombieland, and he was like, "What the hell?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, well you might think it's funny because in the first episode the main girl gets slammed by a fucking truck and he goes wee, and then the credits start." So and he just started dying laughing, and I thought it was great. But I have nothing else to say. I got nothing.
Yeah, I think I've ran out too.
So we're gonna go to our anime battle, which is an interesting one. It's the Tomb of Nazarick versus the 7 Deadly Sins. 2 teams with overpowered main characters and lots of magic.
Oh, it is definitely my hard one since like well both teams are alive, but
This one's interesting because I only have seen the anime, but I know that Meliodas is a lot stronger in the current stage of the manga than he is in the anime. One thing is, I feel like Deanne wouldn't be much of a help in the match. Sadly, I love Deanne, but I feel like she would probably be one of the first to go out.
why?
I don't know. I feel like, I mean, she could take on the Floor Guardians, but I feel like against Ainz, she wouldn't be able to. Well, how do you think I guess we could be like comparing like the different characters. Although for like Ainz, we could have Merlin or Meliodas because both of them could take him on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like Merlin's interesting because she has survived more than she recognizably should. Like there was at one point where she like churned her soul into her sacred treasure and like what the fuck?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Wait,
it was in season 2. Remember that? She changed her soul of her body into her sacred treasure so that way she could avoid Galen's command.
That's what she did? I thought she did something else.
No, because she lied in front of him, and if like you lie in front of him, you get turned to stone.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought
I
it was
think
from
that was in the first 5 episodes, I think.
Sacred Treasure
And then-
her soul, like,
And then at the end of it, at the end of the season, there was like a big reveal about her, like she's apparently some kind of demon, I think.
is it?
And then she's like ridiculously powerful.
Huh.
Like oh yeah, she stopped her own aging. Like because her magic power is she has unlimited magic, I think. Because I think she has unlimited magic, if I remember. Which means she would be a counter for Ainz, but Ainz has probably has like a more variety of spells. As for the other Floor Guardians, Bon would be tough to take out, but he isn't nearly as strong. So like I feel like they could take him on, as well as with Deanne and with King would be tough. King would be tough to fight. Meliodas would be. I think the only one who could take on Meliodas is either Ainz or what's her name? I can't remember her name. The one who loves him.
Oh, shoot, I can't remember her name either. Oh yeah, Albedo.
Albedo, like him or Albedo could end up. Maybe not take. Albedo could like fight him, but I don't think she could beat him. Because we haven't seen the full potential of these characters yet.
Yeah.
The biggest problem is Ainz, who has like a ridiculous amount of magic and abilities. But there's also the point where he can be defeated by his own Floor Guardians, like when he fought what's her name in season 1. And yet he went through like all those different spells, like all that prep time. I feel like the biggest threats against a Tomb of Nazarick would be Meliodas and Merlin. Because it's not really a death battle. If it is a death battle, Tomb of Nazarick literally can't win. Because Meliodas comes back to life, because he can't die, and then Bon is immortal.
Yeah.
So, there's 2 characters that literally can't die. So it's not a battle to the death. It's mostly just incapacitate. So it would even be the point where like Ainz wouldn't kill them because I feel like because he doesn't. I don't think he kills people he respects. Well, except for in season 3, when he killed the captain, but mostly because the captain challenged him. And they were on opposite sides. I feel like with this, the two teams would come together and they'd be like, they'd want to have a sparring match to like test each other, and they want to be like killing each other and such.
Yeah.
So, I think I'd have to say Seven Deadly Sins, mostly because I feel like Merlin and Meliodas are just wicked high blocks to fall over, to topple over, and Ainz is really strong, but I don't know if he could take them both on. And the other four guardians can probably defeat all the other sins, but probably not those two.
I cannot comment on this one.
We're talking about like.
Wait, damn it! What's his name? Oh fuck. The last sin, the one of Pride. The one of Pride. Oh, he's an interesting one. We're gonna say him at full strength. Maybe not, I don't know. Him at full strength.
Like, his power just keeps on rising.
Yes, I think it's literally limitless, right?
So literally, so we can't take on him since like his power.
But then they could just make it. Ainz can probably make it nighttime, make him useless. If he finds out his ability.
So actually, gather some of like the sun's energy.
Yeah.
At nighttime, but only for a short period. So yeah, so we can't take that actually.
Yeah, I remember that. Like he was so powerful, he like fucking like knocked two of the commandments out with not even his full strength, and was like, holy shit. Yeah. Oh my god. And then I just feel like I just feel like those three would be too difficult for the two Nazarick to stand up to. Even though Ainz is like ridiculous amount of variety, I just feel like with the difference in power, at least physical power.
Yeah, so I would say other than ones would be the sins.
All right. Do you have anything to add, Face, or no? My captain.
What I was about to say is, I think I can really comment on this one because I know next to nothing about these two series. And
rip.
Yeah, so you're probably better off asking someone else.
All right, well, we have 2 votes for the 7 Deadly Sins, and 1 who has not enough information, because I didn't give you guys the questions long enough for you to research. And even then, there's a lot of characters to research, because it's a group thing. But yeah. I would love to do more stuff like this, because it's interesting to think of like different matchups with different characters with a team. Oh, right, and especially since the Sins have a lot of experience working as a team, whereas I feel like with the team of Nazarick, they usually don't do that.
Yeah.
Is it because they're so used to overpowering, they don't think about teamwork. So
it's not really much of a team. Well, it's a team that is kind of like trying to work together.
All right, so yeah, but it's 2 votes for the Sins, so I guess the Sins win. It's good to be a sinner in this day and age. To be fair, all these characters have done some awful shit, so but the Sins are technically the good guys, and they are the good guys. It's just they've been blamed for a lot of shit.
Yeah, maybe not the team of Nazarick, since like they're kind of the villains.
Yep.
Kind of, not really. Yeah.
They are technically the villains. But if you guys have any ideas for anime battles, please let me know in the comments or message me on Twitter. Or if you have any discussion ideas or question ideas, also comments or Twitter. And these 2 will have their stuff in the links in the comments in the description thingy that's there. And I don't know words right now. I'm just saying things, and you will go to sleep. I don't know. But anyway, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, get the cancer out. But if you guys, just want to, if you even want to join, if anyone wants to join on the podcast, I'll probably have to make a server instead of a group. Oh well. Anyway, I guess that's it. See you guys next time.
See ya, space cowboy.
Nice. Nice references. Sick.